let's go meet the prince. After I explore, hold on. I'm gonna put my persuasion jacket on. No, where is it? Merchants. What's mercenary? Oh. Charisma. In case we have to talk to him, you know, and just helps dialogue. Wow. What? What are y'all doing? Okay. Wow, this place is big. What is this area? Cool. Very nice. Is this our room? It looks like it. Yeah. There's our storage locker, I guess. Okay. This is where we sleep. Neat.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Do you have a moment?
You look like a doctor.
Hey there.
Hello, I'm Brett. And you are?
Zachariah.
A pleasure then, Zachariah. Are you a hunting enthusiast, a trapper, specialist in local species? Maybe a strong fellow like you might be a mixture of them all.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm none of those things.
Ah, well, my hope got the best of me. I've been looking for someone to aid in my studies. A shame. Sure you're not a hunter, or even someone who'd want to try his hand at it?
I'll help you.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Yes, of course, of course. You see, the focus of my study is the planet's fauna, all the insects and animals brought by the settlers that have since mutated, much like our own mutants, if not in a more spectacular way. Now, I've studied the most well-known of the creatures, of course, but I have heard of much more rare specimens, which I would go to any lengths to study. It would offer great insight into the animal mutations. Anyone can admire their beauty, but what we need is to understand how they came to be what they are. We need to study their anatomy, but they are, of course, rather dangerous.
So you need a hunter to find them and bring back your specimens. I might be able to help. What are you after?
Well, there is so much. There's a black mole and a shield toad. Also a locust I've named Locusta tempestatus, or more colorfully, the storm locust.
I've
It's been
seen that,
spotted
I
in the
think.
tunnels beneath Ophir.
Maybe not. Damn, okay.
What can you tell me about the storm locust?
Locusta tempestatus. Well, very little but what has been told to me, actually. It is a creature, by all word, that seems to feed on electrical sources. Looks like an ordinary locust, which we know also shares the taste for electricity, but it's much larger. Perhaps its purportedly massive thirst for electricity is simply in proportion to its size? I don't know, but I'm hungry to find out.
Oh. I wonder... Okay, I wonder if those are like bosses. I don't know. I saw a chest behind that guy when we were talking. I think I lost it now. There it is. It's over here by him. Nothing else, damn. So it looks like he has cages for animals and fauna. Okay, I get it. Alright, I'm going to talk to the prince now. Wait. What? Where is he? I guess he's higher. Got our charisma on, let's go. Just making sure.
Check the leading against me. Ah, and here comes the rare pearl, the diamond in the rough that my Nisha tells me about. Come, young man.
Zachariah Mancer. was a lieutenant in Abundance.
Then welcome to Noctis Labyrinthus, Zachariah Manser, former Lieutenant of Abundance. I am Dandolo, head of this fair city.
Legendary city of the merchants. Apparently less legend than I thought. Or been told.
But hopefully as glorious as legends proclaim. Regardless, for all who come seeking asylum, it opens its arms to you and your companions. You are free to call it home. Like all who have come before you, you will honor our only request, that you make yourselves useful to our city. I'm sure your skills will place you in high demand. Noctis' first technomancer. Exciting.
Cool.
You'll have all the help you need with Nisha and Lucky,
For
who
the
I believe
first.
you've met. We'll give you a room to get some rest. I hear your trip was quite eventful. There is something else. I would like to personally discuss my expectations of you. You hear? War between Abundance and Aurora's winding down. Aurora took Green Hope.
Oh.
Just left Ophir a few hours ago and didn't hear anything about that.
That really surprise you? Your little censorship office probably hasn't decided what to do with the information yet. No. Don't look at me like that. You don't belong to Abundance anymore.
True.
The truce doesn't behoove us.
It's true.
During peace, the corporations become more suspicious of us and our business suffers. Our city could even be discovered, which would be catastrophic. In legend, it must remain.
What do
Gotcha.
you...
No, let me speak. Your welcome here comes at a price.
Oh.
I want you to attack an Aurora convoy. It's right up your alley.
And why would I do that?
I didn't finish. You will do it in Abundance uniforms,
Oh.
dissolving the truce. Do what you want to the soldiers, but let the civilians live. They need to be witnesses that will report back to Aurora.
So you keep the war going.
Precisely. And while you're at it, bring back the uniforms of the Aurora Technomancers you dispatch.
Damn.
I'm sure I'll find a use for them down the road.
Damn.
Another thing, much more trivial this time, I assure you. The rover you came in on, I'd like you to move it. Put it wherever you want, do whatever you want with it. Just make sure it's not in the way in the canyon. I just don't want Ophir to stumble over the machine and, as a result, find the road that leads here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Oh yes, one last thing. My spies gave me a little tidbit that might interest you. Right after your escape, the ASC arrested your Technomancer brothers. That's what you call them, right? From Ophir. Their fate's uncertain, but if I was you, I'd be worried for them. If you're worried enough to want to help them, maybe we can set up some sand sails to get you back.
Yeah, I do want to help.
And your help comes at what cost? Assuming it's not out of the kindness of your heart.
Wow.
Don't be so bitter, Zachariah. Business is business, not personal. I just thought a few Technomancers on our side might be useful.
Okay. Damn. Let's do characters and factions.
What do you know about Aurora?
A young corporation. Aggressive, inventive, less backward than Abundance. And right now, it's going through many changes. During the war, a man named Wisdom became its dowser. And because of him, Technomancers, who'd been kept from power for so long, now have quite a bit of influence, religious and political. No one knows what'll come of it, though. Only thing we know is that his alliance with the popular unions, which helped win a lot of battles, including the one over Green Hope, looks like it's become pretty fragile. And I admit I am concerned that this'll all lead to another bloodbath. It's just my concern, and I'm not always right, but I'm also rarely wrong.
Okay. Wow. Alright, Abundance is the people we work for. I don't mind Abundance. I hate the ASC, though. Abundance was a chick in the barracks that we were reporting to, and I don't have anything against her. I like her.
What can you tell me about Abundance?
More than others, probably, because I see it all from the outside. And what I see isn't tainted by any loyalty to a mother country. Every last bit of it is harsh, from its structure to its hierarchy. And trust me, it's gonna topple one day. The administration's unending power leads to unending corruption, which keeps the Vori fed and keeps the control where it is. The plan is to stifle any bright young things in the corporation that might hope for promotion. Zachariah, we have two possible outcomes. One, Victor seizes power, Abundance survives, and crushes its own citizens beneath its boots.
I like
Or
choice
two,
2.
Abundance finds a way to evolve and liberate itself from its current ways of thinking.
I choose that one.
The type of regime there now, though, can only survive with an equally powerful leader.
Damn.
Something Victor understands.
Okay.
I see your mutants walk around free here. They welcome, too?
And why wouldn't they be? They're the future of our planet, Zachariah. Though I'm sure that makes little sense to someone who grew up in a corporation that treats them like they are a lesser people. They work hard. They're excellent guides and artisans, perfect spies.
Cool.
And for me, key commercial partners for Noctis.
He likes them. I do
It may
too.
be a surprise to you to learn that they hope to form a mutant nation someday. And I believe they have that right. So I've been supporting them with whatever meager means at my disposal.
I hate the ASC. I do not like the ASC at all. I don't think anybody does.
What are your thoughts on the ASC?
The cornerstone of Victor's dubious ascent to
Victor's
power.
an ass.
You want to deal with abundance, you need to go through the ASC.
You think Victor's out to control Abundance?
Hopefully
Out
not.
to? No, he already does. Didn't your Technomancer friend's arrest prove that? A dowser to boot. Dowsers, the Assembly, whoever, all pawns be sacrificed, or puppets to be manipulated in his games of blackmail, played with the secrets he's collected on everyone. He's brilliant, merciless, a master manipulator who's turned nearly every citizen into one of his agents.
True.
All without raising suspicion. Most in Abundance work for ASC ambitions, while those who don't will soon disappear.
Uh-oh. And Anton Rogue, I don't think I like him either.
What's the word on Anton Rogue?
A bastard like no other. My worst enemy and biggest threat. I've done my damnedest to make sure my existence, like this city, is little more than a vague rumor. Anton Rogue, though, knows damn well that me and this city are real. Just doesn't know where to find us. At least I hope not. He's big business competition, hopes to push the power of his organization into every corporation. And what better way for him to do it than through us? I do what I can to prevent him from reaching us, but he's not a man who quits till he gets what he wants.
Then why even try to stop him? It's just business, right?
True enough. But his methods aren't good for my business, or yours. He's a product of the Abundance regime, and because of that, he only knows terror and violence as his tools. I prefer, well, more tactical methods.
Alright.
What can you tell me about the Caravansary neighborhood?
It's the pulse of Noctis. The very first place built by traveling merchants. Built in the recesses of the labyrinth so they'd have a place to meet, trade, rest, drop their loads. Then the city exploded as it opened itself up to all those who were homeless elsewhere. And the simple building it once was became the beautiful palace it is today.
Cool.
It's still the place for merchants to gather, trade, swap tips and news, and get some rest. It's also become the home for the Merchant Prince, the elected chief of all traveling merchants.
What's the Gate neighborhood?
It's the neighborhood around the city's current entrance. Much less affluent than the heart of the city, and it keeps growing and getting better. Usually the first place newcomers tend to plant their roots. They'll go and dig or build their house where they can find space. A damn lively area, eclectic, and sometimes those differences, combined with the proximity of the canyon, can make it a bit dangerous. But we do our best to keep it safe. Try to find ways to bring the different communities together, rather than allow their division to fester.
Alright.
Why'd you pick the canyons to build your city?
Who knows? That decision was made by people a century ago. But if you're asking my opinion, the canyons serve a dual purpose, providing transit and partial shade from the sun. I don't know if you know, but they connect us all over, even to the big cities, and they serve as natural protection, making it hard to find us without a guide. They're our shadow paths, our roof and our ramparts, all thanks to nature.
On my way in, I saw a large area with a bunch of sailing machines.
Oh yeah.
Ah yes, the loading zone,
I haven't
where we
talked to anybody.
store, empty, and fix our vehicles when they need it. All the merchandise that comes in gets sorted there too, before getting redirected to the various city neighborhoods. It's a rather key area for the city. Without the sand sails, we'd have a damn difficult time getting our merch out to all the cities. Of course, we can't use them everywhere, and often use other means of transport, like the Shadow Path, or ostriches. But those machines, as you call them, do the bulk of the heavy lifting. It's our fleet, and we're damn proud of it too.
You want to attack a convoy to reignite a war? You know
Yeah,
how many
what's up
people
with this?
die in those wars? How many are mutilated, taken prisoner?
Not precisely, but I think I have a clear idea of the numbers, yeah. Every battle has its purpose, Zachariah Manser. Abundance has fought Aurora for years for more power, out of idealism that their philosophies are more righteous than Aurora's. We don't just fight the corporations because of their damned ideals. What we do for our survival. For the survival of the misfits of Mars, the rejected, the poor, the outcasts of corporations. We fight for those who find a home with us, those I promised to protect. This mission worries you, and I get that. I do. Which is why I'm not asking you to attack your old brothers in arms, but rather just carry out the same attacks you did countless times before, under different command.
God, man.
I don't know how I can move the rover. Pretty damaged.
I'm sure you can find a way to move it up here. Not sure sand sails can help, but maybe you can couple it to some ostriches. Maybe your explorer friend didn't tell you, but some corporations would start a war to own such a machine. I'd repair it if I were you.
Uh-oh.
Hell, sell it if you don't think you'll ever need it. I'll be honest, though. Rovers offer freedom no other transportation does. Word is, they can even reach the North and South Poles. Just something to think about.
How'd you find out about my brothers so quickly?
Well, besides the fact that your accident and eventful arrival slowed you down, my messenger's sand sails make up in speed what they lack in protection. And of course, the arrests of Abundance's most powerful strike forces were worthy of dispatching agents to keep an eye on the situation. You haven't even given a thought to how this disrupts the current balance of forces, have you?
You know why they were arrested?
The official statement is that they were suspected of treason. Victor's pretext, I'm sure. He's a man who hates anything not under his control. Was probably planning this for quite a while. He didn't get what he wanted going at it indirectly, so he just took it head on. Whatever hope you have for their lives, I'd start to come to terms. They're probably being tortured for their secrets as we speak. And as soon as they give them up, they'll be executed. If you care about them...
Wow. Okay. Damn. There's so many new quests now. Is there anything we can do up here? Lockers.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Oh yeah? Just wait a second. What is this? Key to the Underworks. Cool. Got it. Thank you.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
3. Anybody talk to? No? Except him. I don't want to talk to him. Still going Alright. Oh, chest.
I do not like that man. He's intelligent, but shifty. He wishes to fire up another conflict, another war. Blood, corpses, misery. Those things follow a merchant of death. We should never have left Ophir.
I would have died there, Scott. I'm sorry you had to come with me. I really am. You could have stayed. But I have to go see what Dandolo wants.
I know it sounds bad, but what do you think Abundance or Aurora would do if they found our little outcast city? Dandolo may be cruel, but in the end, he only wants what's good for Noctis.
Okay. I like how our companions put their 2 cents in. Well, let's see what our quests are. We have that. Find the... Oh, I should have done that earlier. Damn it. I don't know if I'll be able to find that person again. Relics. Zoology. Help out Technomancer Brothers. Escape from... That's not a bad one. I might do that one. A safe haven. Complete the mission. Dandy. Okay. Equip. Have it brought back. Enter the chapel. I might go do... Okay, you know what? Let's go get the rover. He's pretty... Yeah, we need to go get the rover. That's for sure. Let's go get the rover. Wow, it looks awesome. Alright. That means we have to leave the city, I think, in order to get the rover, I'm thinking. I like the music. Oh, we got another little trash can.
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
I took the rover all the way down into the canyon. Unfortunately, that's where I hit a wild ostrich, and now the thing won't drive. Heard you might be able to help get it back here.
And why exactly would we want to help you? We who are just monsters to you and your kind.
I can pay you.
Even here, one of us was just lynched. And what did your kind do about it? Nothing. And when we are sick, what one of you would help us even in fair exchange for serum?
I will.
Why then, answer me, would we help you now?
Hold on. Let me put the other jacket on so I can hit 100% on this one. Where is it? Charisma.
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
Here we go.
I took the rover all the way...
And why exactly? And when we are sick,
100%.
I understand why you're angry, but none of that has anything to do with me. Do you think people are any nicer to technomancers? If so, you're wrong. If they weren't so busy being scared of us, I'm sure they'd hang us too.
yes. Brothers in pain. Outcasts should stick together.
There we go.
We will get your machine, but it will take some time. It will not be easy on our ostriches. And we can only do it at night. Give us 12 hours.
Cool.
That works for me. Thanks.
Thank you. Alright, we'll have our thing here soon. Let's choose another. Wait for it to return. Abundance Officer uniforms, huh? I don't want to do that one yet. Brothers in Danger. I should probably do that one though. Yeah, let's go get our buddies. I think that's a good idea. Let's put our Technomancer stuff on. Okay. How do we go get our...
Funny and inspiring. Having domesticated ostriches tow a vehicle that was wrecked by wild ostriches.
Huh?
Civilization coming to the rescue against the wild. These creatures are quite remarkable. I didn't think that we could modify the physical appearance and psyche of animals without manipulating them genetically. Brilliant!
That's awesome. I like Scott.
The most exotic goods on the planet. All here, in one stall.
I just need information.
The only information I...
I need a... There we go. 1, 2, 3. Wait, I did it. Do I need the pants too? Oh god,
most
no.
exotic goods on the planet.
I'm so pissed. What would I do? Officer pants. Where is it? I don't know. I don't know what to do. What's the quest say again? Hold on. Wait for it. Okay, equip your team with abundance officer. I'm not doing that right now. So let's just stick to brothers and danger. Yeah, it looks like we have to go the other way. Out maybe? Or around? Let's look. We gotta go to like whatever that is over there. Oh. Here's our team. You look like you have a two-handed. Oh, you're cool. And I don't know who you are. Well, that's neat. I like this little area. Is this one of our guys too? Yep. There's our one-armed dude. No. No, wait, where the, what does that mean? Enter the chapel, that's what I need to do. Cool. We're gonna go save the Ophir Technomancers. We met them... when did we meet them? I think when we're collecting a relic, like 2 or 3 episodes ago, when we got in the rover and actually got to leave the city. We met more Technomancers.
Back here makes me feel like I need to wake up. Finally wake up. Feels like I've been sleeping for so long. Trapped in a bad dream. Everything I've done for abundance.
What?
Now, sneaking in like some rat. I want to wake up from it all.
Scott, come on. We didn't have a choice. You know that.
Okay. Wow. Got our team here. Do we want to switch out? Nah.
Hey there, you from Noctis? Don't seem like a merchant.
Yes and no. Here on a private matter. You by any chance know the underworks?
Well enough. Even here, there's rules that forbid us to go to certain parts of the city, but in these tunnels, they become little more than technicalities.
Ha!
I'm looking to get to the Technomancer's chapel. There's an entrance in the crypt, but I don't know how to get there.
Well, I can show you the tunnels under the source. Once upon a time, I used to smuggle merchandise through there. Remember hearing about some magical gate down there, too?
Huh.
I take it it's the kind of gate only your kind can open?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I've run into a few of those along my travels. I'll show you on a map.
That's awesome.
Be careful, Mr. Technomancer. The tunnels have always been guarded. Now it's probably even worse. Word is that the ASC's forced its way into the chapel's main entrance.
I'm gonna
Damn
need
it.
another technomancer to help me open this gate, or find another way in. I'm sure it won't be easy, but thanks for the help. It's gonna do a lot of good. Good luck.
Good luck.
What? I have to find another Technomancer? What about this guy?
Hey, there you are.
He's an
Your
old
meeting
one.
go well.
As well as hoped. Thanks.
Then let's get down to business. You know who I am. You know my past. You know what little I have left. What are you gonna do about it now is the question. You gonna use what you can against me, or let me carry on with the small life I've managed to build?
I want to help you. What can I do?
Some things can't be healed, Rogue. Like that scar across your face. I'm guessing you got it the day I lost everything. And was reduced to a sad, broken, armless shadow of what I might have been.
Some things can't be healed, but most can be mended, Brent. Let me ask around. It might be a long shot, but maybe you'll find a new reason to call yourself lucky again. We'll find someone who can lead you back to your gifts. I promise.
I may be bitter, but I'm no less grateful. Thank you, Zachariah. A little show of kindness goes a long way.
Cool. I thought I could use him. Wait, what? Nisha? What? Where's the other guy? Andrew. Just a mace, though. He doesn't have a shield or anything, man. Charisma. Oh, charisma goes up. Damn it. Okay, +1 to science with that one. Nisha, what do you give us? Lockpicking? I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome. From daggers? Oh, you know what? Nisha, you gotta go bye-bye. What do you do? Exploration, that's awesome. What about Amelia? Crafting. You know what? I might bring this big dude in for a little bit. Oh. Okay. We'll keep this team. So we got these two now? Alright. Dude, what armor are you sporting, homie? Abundance uniforms. What am I doing real quick? Hold on. I am doing... Okay, I'm just entering the chapel. That's all. That's not bad. I was worried. Okay, we're good. She's good. What do we want on this dude, though, man? Can we take your helmet off? I want to put it on our other dude, or this guy. Damn, what about that? Okay, you get that. Amelia. And then Phobos, the big dude, we'll give him goggles. Oh dear. Alright, let's just take this team, whatever. I don't know what's going on. Let's go. Is he all decked out? He should be all decked out in gear. I'm thinking. You need different stuff on, dude. He can't really. Jeez, you really can't put that much stuff on, it looks like. We gotta go deck them out. We gotta fill in the stuff. Where's he at? We'll do that. Alright, buddy. We're ready. For something. Oh, shit. Ow! Nice. Okay. Let's go this way. Uh-oh. It's done good. Nice. Alright guys, this is where we're going to take a break because the prince was in this episode, and the next one we're going to save the Technomancers of Ophir and bring them to our cause. Thanks for coming out on Mixer Epic Tommy 01. I love this game. Bye guys.